Hey guys, it's Vornskyr here, and today we're playing Cities Skylines. This game has only just released today, and it is, as the name would imply, a city building game. And I should say straight away, oh my god, that music is loud. I might turn that down quickly. I should say straight away that this is not the same game, or not the same franchise as Cities XL or Cities XXL or anything like that. This is a completely different franchise, published by Paradox, and I believe it was developed by the same people who did the Cities in Motion series. But anyway, so let's start a new game. So we've got all these different maps to choose from, and oh good, I just double clicked one. I guess we're going with that one then. Well, okay, that's what you get for going through things too quickly. I don't know what map I'm doing. Okay, it's a random map, I guess. All right. Okay, we'll roll with it. This is Lakedale. Okay, so, and as you can see, we've got this pretty wide map now. You might be getting vibes of SimCity off this game, and that's probably with good reason. It is very similar to the latest SimCity, but it's actually a lot better as well. I would say that. I mean, you might be worried at first by just seeing this one square that you can build in, but the thing is, you can actually buy additional squares later on in the game. So, I think the default is 9. You can get a total of 9 squares, but there's already a mod that allows you to get like the total, which is 25 squares. But so like once I unlocked it, and you unlock things with population and all that, so I could expand like down to here or over to here or up to here, anything like that, So that's really cool. But let's rotate the camera around. I probably went the wrong way there, and I've actually got the game paused at the moment. So you can see we've got our on ramp here, or highway here, which is going to be the main way in. We've also got this river here, which is probably going to work pretty well for some ferry access or whatever, hopefully. And obviously that's a water source for the city as well. But yeah, so let's start planning this out. So how are we going to do this? Now we need to have stuff on the water, because you get your water for the city from the water. The sewage goes out to the water and all that sort of thing. Yeah, I know how to use the camera. Thank you. So we'll have to kind of consider that. But let's start with our roads, shall we? So let's get in nice and close here. And how am I going to do this? So that's in there. That's out there. And I think I have to place one of these roads so that I can get the rest of them, or something like that. Yeah, now that I've placed that, I get the others. So I'm actually going to do one-way roads in and out of this, just for a short distance. So we'll run that out to there, and we'll go in that way. Beautiful. And then I'll also put a roundabout down. Now, the roundabouts are a far more efficient way of like getting the traffic to flow, basically. And I can actually put that there, which is basically centralized, and then I can delete these little offshoots and then place my own bits of road, which is really good. I mean, the idea is to get good flowing traffic, you basically don't want intersections. Like, the least amount of intersections, the better. So these don't actually count as intersections, which is good. Okay, so we got that down. Let's work out where we're going to go from there. So is this medium road, a 4-lane road? That's probably pretty good. So let's expand out this way. We'll have like our residential down this way, and then we'll have industrial and stuff down here. I don't want my industrial and my residential too close together. So let's go out like this. We'll do a nice long road. I've got a fair bit of money to play around with, so put that out there. That's good. And let's go. We go with these one-way roads, and what I actually want to try to do here is make it so that the traffic won't get too heavy. So if I start, say, here, I'll do a one-way down there. I might do two-way, like, should I do two-way like this? I don't know. I'm going to. If it doesn't work, I'll delete it and start over. Not the whole city, just this little bit, obviously. Okay, and then we'll do a one-way down here, and I want to leave a bit of room between them. So if I leave like 2 squares like that, that means I'll be able to upgrade the road to a wider road at a later date, and I'll still be able to zone within here. So that works. We'll do this up here. And so I'm just doing these one-way roads backwards and forwards. So it's one way down this way, one way up this way, and that kind of reduces the stress on the intersections. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And I think I probably should have done just a one-way down here. But maybe not. I don't know. We'll just let it play out and we'll see what happens. Was that right? Yeah, that was right. But I think I'm going. Yeah, that's the right way. I'm confusing myself already. Okay, come on. Maybe like that? No, that's too far. Ah, great success. Okay, let's call that there. Okay, so let's do some zoning. And I've actually got, there's a number of different ways to zone, so you can just do little squares and also drag and drop like that. Or you can have like this paintbrush, which kind of paints them in, a larger paintbrush as well, which is really cool. So there are a few different ways of doing the zoning. So we'll do like that, and then we'll just go for the fill for, let's fill this up here, and we'll leave the rest clear for the time being. Okay, and I'll actually unpause the game, because I did have that paused. Okay, so that's a bit of zoning done, but we also need to worry about power and water. And unlike SimCity, or the most recent SimCity anyway, you actually have to run power lines and water lines, which is a nice little touch. So I could just do a water tower and start off like that. That's the kind of the cheap starting solution. But I'd probably be better off just doing a pumping station, which actually costs less. Does it make more water or less water? Yeah. So it costs less, and I think it provides more water, so might as well just go straight for this. And we can see the water is flowing down this way. So basically I want to have my water, like my pumping station up here, and then my sewage down here, so that the sewage isn't contaminating the water supply. So put that there, put this here, then we got to connect them up with a water pipe. So there we go, because the sewage and the water travels along the same pipes basically. So that's good. And then we go down here. You can see my people are desperately crying out for power and water. Okay, so that's water taken care of. Now, what are we going to do for power? Not solar. Wind power is a good like starting solution. We could just plop a coal power plant down straight away. But instead I'll go with wind power, and I'll actually, where am I going to place it? I'll place it over here, and one should be enough for now. Then I'll run these power lines down here, and we'll have to go across the street, because you need to get the power into this kind of blue zone thing. And once more things get zoned, you can actually delete a lot of these power lines. Okay, so that's pretty good. So that is sorted, and we could probably put down a bit more residential, really. Let's put some more down here. Yeah, a bit there, why not? And then I'll zone this middle one as being commercial. And while all these guys are moving in here, I'll actually, I'll kind of get myself ready for the industrial area, because we'll obviously want that as well. Yeah, okay. This is kind of annoying, it's supposed to be like some Twitter thing, but it gets really annoying, really. I think you can turn it off so that it doesn't open the messages, but you can't get rid of the whole thing, which is a bit of a pain. But okay, so how are we going to do this for our industry? Let's branch off, say, down here. Okay. And again, we'll try to do this kind of grid layout, but with one-way roads. Yeah, that is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's start off here, like that. And we'll go down here. And I'll extend this road a little bit further. Okay, that's good. And what have I done here? I used a different type of road, that's what I did. You have to be careful with that. You can screw yourself over a bit if you're not careful. But that'll be, well, actually I don't like that. That's two intersections right after each other. Let's try to get the right road this time. I think that's better. Yeah, whatever. Okay. And we need more one-way roads, so get one up like that. Is that 2 or 3? So fiddly sometimes. I think that's probably as good as it's going to get. Oh, there we go. Aha! Fuck's sake. Wrong road, again. Okay, that's better. And we'll go down like... I guess we'll just go down like that. Spending so long trying to get these roads perfect. Whatever, that'll do. Okay, I can just, let me actually just delete these. Okay, so let's put a bit of industry in here. We've already got pretty high industry demand. So just like that. And we'll probably need to run some water down here as well. And I don't think there's a distance to how far you can run water pipes or anything off of a single pumping station or anything. So you can see I've just run them all over this city block and it's not really causing any problems. And because I got my wind turbine right here, I don't have to worry about running power lines either, because all this should take care of itself, basically. Let's put a bit more industry in like that. That'll do. I don't want to put it on this side of the road because I don't want traffic to get too heavy. Yeah, so that seems to be going pretty well. We've got our buildings taking shape over here. So what's this? It's a Sally's Big Bite. Good for Sally. Cool, so that is working pretty well. And so now I'm basically just waiting. I got to get my population up to, I can't remember what the number is. It's like 400 and something, maybe 500. And once I get up there, I'll unlock some new buildings. I'll get like garbage collection and you know, all that sort of stuff. I think the first level is a clinic, garbage collection, and a school. And it looks like we are running short of water. Yes, we are. And we're running short of water because we're running short of power, I would say. Unless I... okay. I didn't run power lines down to my water plant. There we go. And I'm planning to get some down to the sewage plant as well. This is going to be massive. It's a super long power line run. There we go. That works. Okay, so that's yeah. It's easy to forget to do the water lines and the power lines and stuff. So because I hadn't done the power lines down to my pumping station, the city wasn't actually getting any water. But it's all good now. So what are these guys complaining about? They're complaining about sewage backing up. It shouldn't be a problem now that that has power. And you can click on these guys and see, you know, how they're doing and what level their building's at and that sort of thing. So I can place down a park and that might kind of inspire these guys to upgrade. Although I can't do that right now because I don't have any parks unlocked. But if I did have parks unlocked, that's what I could do. So that's good. I wonder if I can get rid of these power lines yet. Probably not. I need things to move into these blocks here. Still getting pretty close. Did I actually zone anything there? Yeah, I did. They just don't want to move in. Okay, so that's good. And I could also upgrade down this way with the residential as well, once the demand increases. But yeah, so let me actually increase the game speed. There we go. How's my economy doing? I can't really see much in the economy because of the level that I'm at right now. You can see well, I just started making profit. I've got, and this is a weekly tick as well. So I think each one of these green bars going up is 1 day. So obviously 7 days in a week. And I get plus 160 per week. And 57 citizens per week, basically. So yeah, and this is kind of the point that you reach in a lot of city building games, where at some point you're just kind of waiting for things to happen. And looks like they're after power again. Yeah, I need another wind plant. I'll put this one here, and that's good. That actually zoned automatically, so I don't need power plant. Oh, there we go. 420, 420 Hamlin. Okay. So this unlocks a bunch of things. We've got like taxes, loans, we got our new services, which are these buildings as well, like landfill, the medical clinic, and the elementary school. So let's start off with landfill. And where am I going to put this? I might run a little service road just down here, and because this is going to get all polluted and shitty. So I don't want this being in like a central location or anything, but at the same time it needs to be close enough that the garbage trucks can access things. So let's do one of these sort of roads, a freeform road, and we'll kind of go down here like that. Little curvy dirt road. Real roads have curves. Okay, and we'll stick our landfill right there. That should cover, yeah, that's covering most of the city, so that's pretty good. And what will we do next? How much money have I got? 22,000. A school costs 10,000 and a clinic costs 10,000. The clinic is probably the more important one, to be honest. And where can I put it so that it gets decent coverage? If I put it there, that should be good. So we'll do that. Yeah, I mean, the health is probably more important than education, especially right at the start of the game. What are these guys complaining about? They don't have enough workers. And I think it's also garbage piling up. I think that's what that little icon means. But mostly, no, I'm actually just not looking at it properly. That is just saying they don't have enough workers. So let's zone a bit more residential then. And we'll try to do these roads so it kind of matches up with how I had things before. So that is that one way up this way? Nope, it's one way down here, okay. Maybe that should be going the other direction really. I'm still not very good with the one-way roads, I haven't played much of this. Because of the way the game was kind of marketed, they gave copies of the game to a bunch of streamers and YouTubers and that sort of thing. So I've seen videos and streams of it, but I haven't really played it myself. But anyway, let's get some of this building happening. So we'll go one way down here. And let me select the right sort of road actually. So how far did I do it? Is it that long? Or was it longer? I'm not really sure. Let's do about 2 blocks or 2 lines, whatever you want to call that. Go all the way up here. Oops, wrong button. I might actually run this down just in a straight line like that. There we go, that kind of works. These are going down, so I guess I'll stick with that. Oh, that's what I've done there. I've got a... God damn it, fucking one-way roads. Why am I so bad at one-way roads? Alright, I guess I'll have to do it like this then, and just hope that I get it right. Kind of eyeball it. Oh yeah, I think I did it. Okay, let's go down here. And... up here. Okay, that looks like it worked. So, let's do some zoning, and I'll have to do some water as well after that. Get all that done properly. I might actually delete these power lines. And I'll pause the game before I do that. Just because they are really in the way. And I'll get rid of these ones too. Yeah, come on. There we go. Okay, and I'll get rid of this one. I'll have to remember to replace those. Okay, so we'll do that, and then that should work. Where are my electricity? There we go. So I'll just actually do this, just a temporary kind of crappy solution, but whatever. And let's run this down to here. Hopefully that will actually count as being powered. Unpause the game and we'll see. And I'll have to do that water supply as well. I like running them just under the roads. That's how I always did it in like SimCity 4 as well. Which has been a very, very long time since I played that. But that's just a good way of making sure that you get decent coverage. But is that power working? It looks like it is. It's right on the edge, but it looks like it is working. Okay, so we got our guys hopefully moving into here. As the demand keeps increasing, they'll keep moving on in. And yeah, let me increase the game speed again so that things happen a bit faster. There we go, you can see them all building up. Cool. And once my money starts increasing, then I'll build a school as well, so that they can start getting some education. How's our landfill going? Only 1% full, that's fine. It's fine. And I'll probably have to increase my industrial area in time as well. But I'll also have to figure out a better way of doing the roads, because I'm kind of concerned that we're going to get some pretty serious traffic congestion along here. But we're running out of power. Yeah, need another solar thingy, which I cannot afford by the looks of it. I could take out a loan. I don't want to do that right now, just yet. We're getting pretty decent money at the moment actually. So let's do that now. Oh, 850 population. We are now a worthy village. So at this point we can actually unlock one of those new squares. So we'll take a look at that. We can also zone districts and make city policies, take out another loan, industry specialization, service policies, and we get our emergency services, so fire and police, unique building, different specializations. Cool, awesome. So unique buildings. I think these are kind of achievement sort of things that you can do. So, you know, so you fill 3 instances of the cemetery and you unlock the Plaza of the Dead and that sort of thing. So That's all pretty cool. And these are, there's a number of different levels of these different buildings, I think. So like you see, you've got the Hall of Moderation, which is at population 1300. Okay, so that's good. Cool. And yeah, we actually, I think you get money for reaching those milestones as well. So what am I going to do now? That's right, I'll build a power plant. Not power plant. Oh, maybe I will build a power plant. We're probably getting to the point where wind turbines may be slightly inefficient. I could put just this on this kind of service road here, which will cause a bit of pollution, and then I'll run this down to here. That should work. Okay. So that was a fair bit of money gone, but I've got a ton of power now. Producing 54 and using 17, so that's pretty good. How is my water doing? That's fine. We've got way more capacity than demand for that, so that's all good. So there is our little power plant, just churning along on a dirt road. I might have to upgrade that road at some point. How's this going? Still got room for people to move into. I could zone this as well for a little bit more residential. Yeah, so I probably should start thinking about police stations and fire stations, although 12,000 and 12,000, can't really afford that. Crime rate is 3% at the moment, that's not anything to worry about. Fire hazard, on the other hand, is pretty high, so I think fire will definitely be the first one that I do. But yeah, might have to just wait for a bit more money, really. But well, that's going pretty well. So let's wait a bit longer. Let me turn up the game speed again. I think once you reach those milestones, it resets your game speed back down to 1 times. So turn that back up. And oh, that's what I was going to show you. That's not that. That's districts, areas. There we go. So now I can actually upgrade or expand out to one of these areas out here. So I can do that one. It costs 4,800. I could do that right now if I wanted to. That's cheap. Or I could go out here, and you can see it shows us all the different resources that it's got. So like forestry. We've got some forestry in here as well, so you can do an industry specialization for forestry, or you got ore or oil. So that's all good. So yeah, you can see they also have different prices depending on the region, I guess, depending on the resources and that sort of thing, or maybe the buildable area. Like you can see 69% suitable for building. Obviously the rest is like water and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm not going to expand out there right now, but I could do that. I've also got districts and stuff as well. So I could zone this district right here, which is like my garbage area, and I could call this something. Once I do the right thing. So I think if I click on this, nope. Hold on, I gotta figure this out now. If I click on this, why can't I click on you? God damn it. Ah, there we go. Okay, there we go. So I can actually name this district just by clicking this up here. What am I going to call it? I don't know. Just call it. It's the garbage tip, right? So we'll just call it just the tip. Beautiful. Right. There's my immaturity showing itself. Okay, so it is time for a fire station. Definitely, we've got buildings. That's not a fire station. That is a fire station because we've got buildings burning down. Where am I going to put this? You can see obviously the green line indicates its coverage. If I put it right here, that should be good. And the building has burnt down. I don't know where that building was that burned down. There it is right there. So I could actually bulldoze it. I think it might bulldoze itself over time once the demand comes back, but I'm not really sure. Maybe it doesn't. And you can see we've suddenly got an absolute ton of residential demand and commercial as well. So I'll have to build out another zone. But well, wow, that's going pretty well. So I think I've been recording this for a little while now. So I think I'll end this one here. But that is City Skylines. I'm probably planning on doing a bit more. Oh God, we can see how pollution is starting to take effect. All the seals and dolphins down here are gonna mutate and turn into like horrific creatures that will start walking on land and murdering all of us. But yeah, so I guess I'll end this one here for the time being, but I'll definitely come back to this. I'm having a lot of fun playing this. I mean, one of the first series that I tried to do on YouTube was SimCity, like the 2013 SimCity, because of problems with the game and, you know, the music causing a whole ton of problems with copyright and that sort of thing. I ended up having to stop doing that. But this one just seems to be a better game, really. I'm actually going to pause this. But it seems to be better just in a lot of respects. It's the game that game should have been, is what I'm trying to say. That's my impression of it so far anyway. It's also, what, half the price that SimCity was, I think? It's like $30 on Steam. So it is actually pretty cheap for it is a AAA city building game. So yeah, I mean, there's probably going to be DLC for it in the future as well, but to be honest, as long as it's done well, I don't really have a problem with that, especially because this game does have modding support, so, you know, people can mod stuff in, which is always awesome. You guys know, people who have watched a bunch of my videos and stuff will know that I love mods. So yeah, but that's all pretty good. So I think I'll end this one here. So this is City Skylines. It is pretty awesome. So until next time, I've been Vornskyr. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.